954. Call now. 36-month monitoring contract required. General terms and conditions apply. Visit protectyourhome.com/terms.
Animal lovers, it's time for Rescue Radio. And now here are your hosts, Christina Hackett and Chad Atkins.
Good morning and welcome to Rescue Radio with Christina Hackett and Chad Atkins. Now Chad is, he's on his way to the studio now because he's out there doing crazy animal rescue, but you have me here in the studio and I believe Chad's on the phone. Chad, are you with us?
Yes, I am. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. So how was how's your day going?
It's the crazy world of rescue. You drive with animals and accidents happen and you have to stop and take care of it.
Really? Accidents with dogs in the car? I've never experienced that.
Never at all, have you?
Until, maybe just like half an hour ago myself, but...
So yes, this is the fun part of our job is me driving on a freeway, at a nice, safe speed. And trying to make it to my show today. And, my little old man that I have that I'll be featuring today, Cashew, unfortunately decided he wanted to go.
Okay, well, it does happen. It's not like I don't have like an air freshener and some wipies like always in the driver's seat of my car.
Oh, that's a necessity with us.
Right. So it's like, okay, so let's see what's in my car. We've got water bowls, we've got wipies, we've got puppy pads and a few leashes and of course those treats for those strays we see as we're driving along, right?
Oh yeah, you and your strays. Wasn't there a story last week about a stray?
Well, there's always a story about a stray. My brother's trying.
I mean, right after the show, wasn't there a nice homeless man and his?
Oh, that's right. And his pity. Yes, I did post that. Yeah. So
let's tell everybody what happened there because you never stop. I mean, even when you stop to get a soda or something, you're always working.
That's right. So as soon as we finished the show here last week, I stopped in and was just, getting a pop on the way home. And there's a homeless guy on his bicycle and I saw a pity mom with her teats like really engorged. So I'm like, okay, where's puppies? What's going on? So I saw the mom first. I didn't even see the guy. Oops, sorry, humans. So I went over there and he had the puppies actually in the basket of his little, on his bicycle in the front.
Oh, wow.
So the puppies were in there and mama was on the side and she was really skinny and I'm like, okay, so we've got some work to do here. But we made an agreement. I said that we would spay and neuter the pups and the mom. If he met me back here, I said right after the show every week I would meet him here with food for the mom and the pups. And then at the time, once it was time, he agreed to let me spay and neuter them all and make sure they all got shots and everyone was healthy. So
look at that. And people don't realize, it's these simple things that everybody can do to just help out the animal world. I mean, just offering the spay and neuter, feeding the animals. I mean, so if there's anybody out there that wants to help donate food for this gentleman and his puppies, please let us know. You can call the show at 818-353-1276. We greatly appreciate any donations for this gentleman and his puppies because at the end of it all, he's going to do the right thing and spay and neuter his pet.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Chad. We're going to go ahead and go to a break. So thank you for listening to Rescue Radio on CRN.
What are you going to do with your old car? You can try selling it, you could junk it, or you could donate it to Heritage for the Blind. Your car will be towed away for free and your donation is tax deductible. Just call 1-800-785-9618. Heritage for the Blind accepts cars, vans, trucks, and boats. It doesn't matter if your vehicle runs or not. It will be towed away for free and you'll be supporting those that need help. Heritage for the Blind is a nonprofit organization that helps the visually impaired live fuller lives. Call right now to donate your car, and as a special thank you for calling, you'll receive a free 3-day vacation voucher to many exciting locations. Call Heritage for the Blind right now, 1-800-785-9618. Donating is easy and your vehicle is towed away for free. Plus, you'll get a free vacation voucher. Call now, 1-800-785-9618. That's 1-800-785-9618.
Welcome back to Rescue Radio on CRN. Sorry about that for the little delay. I was busy trying to get my little guy some water. So I'm back now. Chad, are you back with me? Well, maybe it's possible I lost him. He's on his way here. So what I want to talk about today is something that happens very common at the shelter world. And it's something I don't think people really understand. And I'm fired up about it today. So I want to kind of share it with my audience. So my medical case for today is the lovely Lucky. We need to get a new name for that too, by the way. So Lucky's situation is, Lucky is a 17-year-old pit bull. And this little guy is blind and he can hardly hear. So he's something that I'm pretty fired up about. And so I want to make sure that I bring this to everybody. When you take a dog to the shelter, what options do you give the shelter? So he's 17 years old, he's blind, he's scared out of his mind, and he's in the shelter. So, hello, Chad. Welcome to the studio.
Made it.
You made
Wow.
it. Yay.
Rushing in. Oh, okay.
Yes, it's the rescue world, so welcome.
Thank you.
So I was just telling them about Lucky here. So you haven't even met Lucky.
I have not. How is Lucky doing today?
So Lucky's doing good now. He's out of the shelter. So Lucky's story is he was dumped at 2:00 in the morning at Agora, and he was told, "Oh, he's a stray."
Of course he is.
Yeah. So
when are they not a stray?
right. So 2:00 in the morning, they drop him, and he's a stray dog. And then, thankfully, the Agora staff, they followed up, and then it was determined that no, it actually was their dog. Surprise, surprise.
You know, and what people don't realize is when it comes to the stray or the owner surrender, most shelters will waive the fee. I mean, if you really put it out there and you make a fit about it. But what it does for the animal when you make them be a stray, it's that 5-day hold.
Yeah, there's the mandatory hold. They're on lockdown.
Yes.
So no social interaction with anyone else.
Nobody can rescue them. Nobody can adopt them. You know, and if they do need some minor treatment, they really don't get the minor treatment they need.
They can't. They can't.
You know, if it's a
because they're
major
limited.
treatment because of their, something
They'll
that they
do an
need.
emergency situation,
Yes.
but so this little guy. So at 2 a.m, they say he's a stray, and so then Agora. I mean, they were diligent. They called. They did a follow up. Oh, it's their dog. So now they'll actually. It's $10 to turn him in, and they'll fill out a little bio. But that at least makes him available to rescue now. So that happened.
And what's also sad is $10. $10. You could just simply. You give your dog a second chance.
Or call me, I'll give you the $10.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Call pretty much any rescue.
Yeah, exactly.
And they'll give you the $10.
Exactly. Or they might be able to take the dog. But so this little guy, I say little, I mean he's about 80 pounds.
Yeah.
So they're all little guys to me. So his situation is, they called. So at least the owners, as crappy as they are. So sorry, I hate people today. So they came in, they paid the $10, and then he's available to rescue. So he's 17 years old. He's a 17-year-old pit bull. So he's 17. He's completely blind. Can't see a single thing, not even shadows. His hearing is limited. And so they dump him at the shelter. So,
But he still has a quality of life at 17.
at 17.
He still eats. He still goes to the bathroom. He still walks around. He still wants the love. He still wags his tail.
Exactly. And so this little guy, I mean, what is the shelter supposed to do? And I think this is the thing that people need to understand. It's not a solution. Dumping a 17-year-old at a shelter is not the solution for your dog. It's cowardice.
Well,
I mean,
absolutely not. I mean, we had a 14-year-old dachshund yesterday that they were there signing the papers to euthanize him. They didn't even drop him. They were ready to euthanize him, and they had 2 dogs in the car. And you're like,
how is that
14,
okay?
You know, and he seems healthy enough. He still has a quality of life. We took him straight to the vet, you know, a couple $100 later, tests. He's going to pull through, and he's going to live a nice, happy life. Maybe he'll live a few months. Maybe he'll live a year. Who knows? But at least they don't die in the shelter alone.
Well, and I think that's the thing that people don't understand, and that's I'm so like crazy mad about this, but they don't understand when you take that dog and you put it on the shelter, what is the shelter system supposed to do? So this guy, I mean, Agora, I mean, they're amazing. The people there are amazing. They do everything they can there for the dogs. And I mean, considering it is a county shelter.
Absolutely.
And they go by county rules, they still do everything that they can. But this guy is 17 years old and he's blind and he's a pit bull. So he's a dominant breed, blind.
So 2 strikes already. Oh, probably 3 strikes.
Yeah,
yep.
He's got 3 strikes. And so what's going to happen? And initially he came in as a stray, which means he's going to be in that cell for 4 days to 5 days. Minimum.
And in all honesty, who's going to adopt him? Who will adopt him?
Right.
Why not just let him peacefully go? I mean, does he need any medication?
Well, right now we're going to get him to the vet. So we do have an appointment scheduled. So I literally I obsessed about him all night last night. And so first thing this morning, I'm like, okay, I've got to get him this morning. So he is here. And then he smells like pee because poor guy's been in a kennel. Like he wasn't able to get out. So he's going to get a good bath and he's going to get to the veterinarian. We're going to get him all squared away so that he's,
But let's move back to what people think the shelter is supposed to do. I mean, being Ventura County Animal Services, the whole county of Ventura County is now no kill. So, but what people don't realize is being a county shelter, you still have to take in all those strays, all the owner surrenders. So what happens when that shelter does get full?
Because they do get full.
They still get full.
I mean, even with Paw Works and the other rescue groups that are really trying to pull to keep Ventura
they still get full. So what do people think happens when old guys and girls like this come in, when you have all the aggressive, and they have that 5-day hold? What do you think happens to some of them? They have to make the tough decision.
They lose it. It's not, I mean, and that's the thing. And people need to be more responsible. This guy, 17 years. He was with a family for 17 years.
But how many low-cost clinics out there do you know? I know 2 in Ventura County that'll give low-cost, veterinary care. There's Mercy Crusade, there's Valley Vet. There's plenty of organizations out there now. You just have to do a little bit of work. I mean, do we just drop our children off? I mean, well, I guess we do a little bit sometimes.
Well, because to me, I mean, I have 4-legged kids. That's what I always say. I mean, my animals are my kids. But yeah.
We don't give animals the dignity they deserve.
Well, and here's the thing. Okay, so in a shelter, he's in a cell for that amount of time, and then what are they going to do? So they're they're going to look at it like, what's the most humane thing to do?
Absolutely.
It's not humane to just leave them sitting there in a cell suffering.
Nope.
So the more humane...
But there are rescue organizations out there that do believe that as well. It's better for them to just sit in the cell and live their life, because true no-kill is you never euthanize anything. And that's a hot topic.
Well, that's true. That's true. I happen to disagree with that a little bit, but
I think we both do. we both are very strongly opinionated about that one.
Yeah, but so we got this guy out and he's here, and I'm very happy that he's here. And he's just a good boy. So he didn't suffer the fate of many dogs that happen every day in our county shelters. So.
And so if they want to find out more information, if they want to help donate for his care, how do they do that?
Okay, so if you go right now, actually we've started a whole thing for him on Facebook. So if you go to Animal Foundation of America on Facebook, and then you can follow up and see what's going on with Lucky. But we need a new name for him.
Okay.
I hate the name Lucky.
Lucky's never lucky.
Yeah, exactly. So we've got any ideas, let's go ahead and send those out there.
Well, you're listening to Rescue Radio on CRN Talk Radio.
Thank you.
Experience a luxury boutique hotel escape in the heart of Laguna Beach, California, with the finest art gallery, shopping, dining, and nightlife just steps from your door. The heart of Laguna Beach, the edge of the sea. It's the Inn at Laguna Beach. Enjoy our comfortable rooms, blending the style of a timeless beach bungalow with the modern comforts of today. 70 newly appointed guest rooms and suites await you at the Inn at Laguna Beach. Then, relax at the rooftop bar, where you'll indulge in breathtaking views of the ocean. For dining, you'll find libations and local cuisine on the California coastline, including dining at the legendary Las Brisas, a Southern California landmark. The Inn at Laguna Beach, footsteps from room to village to sea, located in the heart of Laguna Beach. The Inn is within walking distance of all that Laguna Beach has to offer. No car required. The Inn at Laguna Beach, 211 North Coast Highway in Laguna Beach, California. Call 800-544-4479 or visit innatlagunabeach.com.
Want to build success? Have a positive attitude.
You have got to believe that you can reach your goals. Then you'll find a way to do it.
AARP jobs expert Carrie Hannon. Also, look for possibilities and solutions.
Optimistic people really do tend to succeed in their work, and so that often flows from the idea of gratitude, being thankful for having a job, for gosh sakes, in today's world, and also, routinely taking note of the things that really do make you happy about your job.
Do your best on any job.
That means that you truthfully value yourself. Others will start to value you as well.
People love enthusiastic workers, so have a get-up-and-go attitude. Cultivate resilience. Don't fret. Summed up in the acronym HOVER, hope, optimism, value, enthusiasm, and resilience builds success. Carrie Hannon's book is Love Your Job. That's Primetime Focus, brought to you by AARP. I'm Aileen Ellis.
Hi, I'm Joan London, and if you're worried about your parent or a loved one living alone like I was, and you want reliable senior care information, then call A Place for Mom, the nation's largest senior living referral service. You'll get free information on assisted living, Alzheimer's care, nursing homes, even important financial information.
They had obviously researched every place, not just given me names. Really? Yeah. They found me a place for what she could afford, and it was magnificent.
We're now very confident that she's safe, and they just helped every step of the way, and I can't thank them enough.
So if you're struggling to find reliable senior living information, call A Place for Mom. This is a free service, and you can trust them to help you.
If you're struggling to find reliable senior living information for your mom or dad, then call or go online to get the free help you need during this turbulent time. Call now, 800-471-5173, 800-471-5173.
Welcome back to Rescue Radio on CRN Digital Talk Radio.
So we switched things up a little bit today because I was rushing in. So normally we do the news first, and today we did our Jets Joint first.
Yes, our segment with the medical dude.
Let's hit the news. What's going on locally?
Oh, let's see. So, covering a previous news story from last week on June 12th, a group of volunteers will spend the night at the Downey Animal Shelter in the county of Los Angeles. The event, Sleepover at the Shelter, will last a full 24 hours starting at 11 a.m. and will bring awareness to all the homeless pets that are needed forever homes of their own. This collaboration by Stephen Latham, which I think you've met Stephen at some of our Wings of Rescue.
Have. Very nice gentleman and doing great work out there.
He is. So Stephen Latham from Shelter Me and Bark Avenue, which is Melanie, of course.
Absolutely.
She's doing great things.
You know what? The great thing about all these organizations is, when we work together, we make huge change in our county, in our state, and everywhere.
Right. I mean, the big difference is there. So Steve Latham and Bark Avenue and the Los Angeles County Animal Care Foundation are utilizing this event to raise money to help underserved communities in the area. They are also hoping to increase adoptions and to educate people on the benefits of adopting a shelter dog.
So like we talked last week, I think this is a great idea. I think it's out of the box. I think we always need to think of out of the box ideas. But for me, personally, unless it's glamping, I'm not sure I could
camping,
do this.
No 24 hours at the shelter for you, huh?
I would, but I'd rather write the check How much is that glamping going to cost me?
Exactly.
I think it's a great idea. I think animal lovers will love this. I think it's fun. They do like similar things at the zoo, like Santa Barbara Zoo. So I think this is an awesome out-of-the-box idea, and I give it up to Steve Latham and Bark Avenue for thinking of this.
Yeah, no, I think it's really great, and I mean, it's something I haven't decided if I'm going yet or not, but we'll see. I want to promote it because I want to bring the attention, and I think it's a great idea. So, but 24 hours in a jail cell, basically, is the way I see shelters.
Yeah,
it's not exactly.
And you know what? I got to give it to Los Angeles County Animal Control for also accepting and being progressive and really trying to think outside the box. A lot of people think that county shelters are this drab and people don't care and they want to euthanize. And, they don't. They want to change the system.
And Downey, I mean, I pull a lot of my medical from Downey. So I do spend a lot of time there in Building 7. So the fact that they're trying to bring awareness and raise money and take care of a lot of the problems there and thinking outside the box. I think it's really a great cause. So we'll have that on our blog and on our Facebook.
And remember, June 12th.
Yes, it's coming up.
So let's move on. In a response to a reported code violation, OC animal officers and police visited a home in Santa Ana where they found and confiscated 20 dogs in poor condition. The owners of the dogs claim they saved the dogs from the street and helped to rehabilitate them and find them new homes. The animals' conditions included severe cases of mange, malnourishment, and scabies, a highly contagious form of mite infestation that was evident in every dog found on the premise. The family is devastated at having them removed from their property. They are now being treated at the OC Animal Control.
This is another situation where, it's contagious. And
and even beyond that, I think this is where good hearts gone wrong. Maybe not having enough education, not seeking the right treatment and help from veterinarian, because veterinary cost is a huge cost out there. You and I both know this.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, sometimes I'm like, oh my gosh, how do I pay this vet bill? It just went out of control. But the part that it really got me here, so we have mange and we have scabies. Obviously, those are things that they need medical care and they need to be treated. But the malnourishment is the part that stuck out to me.
I agree.
So, I mean, that's a big thing. So, I mean, and there are rescue groups. I mean, I have people that I work with that they were going to relinquish their dog because they couldn't afford the dog. So then Animal Foundation of America, they stepped up and said, hey, let's help you keep your dog. And I think there's a lot of rescue groups out there that'll do that.
There's rescue groups all the time. I mean, we do that frequently. We, see dogs in the shelter about to be surrendered and they just need a vet appointment or they need their vaccines.
Right.
And so we're like, okay, take them to our vet. Take it to Somas Veterinary Hospital. Matt Stanman out there. He does great work and he helps us.
Yeah. And I actually like the vet that AFA works with quite a bit is in Westlake, Thousand Oaks area, but it's Dr. Y, and she actually has a clinic on Saturdays for vaccines.
See right there.
So
but people don't know this. If we don't educate, if we don't get the information out there, they don't understand.
Well, and the thing is, it's like, okay, there's rescue groups out there, guys. Just do a little bit of homework, and if you have questions, call us.
That's why Google was created.
Right? Yeah, Google it. But there are rescue groups out there, and I know that Animal Foundation of America and Paul works, and
absolutely,
and both of us here at Rescue Radio. I mean, we're like, okay, this is what we want to do. We want to educate, but we want to also help and keep those animals in their homes. So
because that's our mission.
Yeah,
keeping homeless animals out of the shelter, finding a different solution,
finding them forever homes. So that's what we're about, right?
That's the key. So. You're listening to Rescue Radio on CRN Digital Talk Radio.
Thank you.
Let me take just a moment or two, if I may, and talk about a great place to eat. That's right, for you folks anywhere in the eastern San Fernando Valley, drop into Bob's Big Boys. That's right, in Sun Valley at 8274 Sunland Boulevard. Now, everybody remembers the name Bob's. They're getting bigger and bigger every day, and little old Bob carrying the hamburger in his checkered overalls is the same Bob that you remember from back through the years. And, of course, if you want to go in for a great lunch, remember their classic burger, the original double-deck hamburger combination. Delicious 100% pure ground beef in 2 patties with American cheese, lettuce, and our famous Big Boy special sauce. The name is Bob, and I think when you go in, you'll say, by golly, I'm sure glad that I found this restaurant because it's good for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. They've got all kinds of things, and all you have to do is remember Bob's Big Boy in Sun Valley at 8274 Sunland Boulevard. It's a great place to eat.
Are you worried about losing your home to foreclosure? If you've been threatened with foreclosure or received legal papers from your bank, you have approximately 30 days to respond. If you do not respond, you could lose your home. You have rights. Act now to protect your rights. You can stay in your home. Many times you can even modify your loan. The bottom line is you can get past this, but you must act right now. If you've been served by your bank and you're worried about losing your home to foreclosure, now is the time to fight back and save your home. Time is limited, so call the professionals at National Foreclosure Defense right now.
800-515-6309. 800-515-6309. 800-515-6309. 800-515-6309. That number again is 800-515-6309.
Did you know that with a bachelor's degree, on average, you can make almost twice as much over a lifetime than a person with just a high school diploma? Yes! According to the U.S. Census Bureau, you can make almost twice as much. Going back to college is now easier than ever. There are select online colleges that provide laptops to their students. In fact, there are thousands of college programs on your laptop. You can go to college anywhere and everywhere right from a laptop. Call My College Laptop and you can find hundreds of programs from accredited colleges and universities nationwide. Start a new career in law enforcement, business, information technology, healthcare, and hundreds of others. Call My College Laptop to find an online college that will provide you with a laptop. In no time at all, you can double your earning potential. Double your earning potential. Call now. 1-800-582-7531. That's 800-582-7531. 800-582-7531.
Trying to sell your old car? Instead, donate your vehicle to Heritage for the Blind. Pickup is free and your donation is tax deductible. Just call 1-800-785-9618. Heritage for the Blind accepts cars, vans, trucks, and boats, whether they run or not. Call right now and receive a free 3-day vacation voucher to over 50 locations. Call 1-800-785-9618. Donate your car today. That's 1-800-785-9618.
Chuck Lauder here, host of the original Talkback. Noon to 2 p.m. Pacific Daylight Savings Time, 3 to 5 out there on the East Coast. You know, we cover everything you need to know to keep up with what they don't want you to know. Talkback, CRN, Digital Talk, noon to 2 Pacific Daylight Savings Time.
All right, welcome back to Rescue Radio with Christina Hackett and Chad Atkins on CRN Digital Talk Radio. So who do we got here?
Now we're on to Jets Joint. And what is Jets Joint again? So that everybody knows, because this is our third show, soon we won't have to do this anymore, but what is Jets Joint?
Jets Joint changed the world for me regarding medical cases and dogs. So I learned so much from him, and Jet was an amazing, amazing, amazing lab. Sorry, I'm getting distracted over here by my little guy Lucky. So, but Jet was an amazing lab, Great Dane mix.
Yes.
And he really...
So he was a client of yours or a rescue?
He was a client of mine, but I mean, I become really good friends with his owner, and she did amazing things with him. And he was actually returned to the rescue twice before he found his forever home. And his owner passed away.
Okay.
So his owner passed away, and then so a good friend, Liz, went ahead and she drove like to Missouri or something to pick him up and brought him back here.
Now that's dedication.
Yeah, so she brought him back here, and then I was his pet sitter and fell in love, and so it really changed the way I see these medical cases.
And he had a lot of medical issues.
He did. I mean, because he was older. I mean, he was a Great Dane mix, and
Yes.
but she did absolutely everything for him. And
So through that, you learned all about medical issues. You fell in love with
I fell in love with the seniors,
with the
though.
seniors, and you fell in love
Yes.
with helping all the medical in the shelter.
Exactly. And so that's it transitioned me. So that's one of the reasons I focus so much on the seniors is because of Jet. Because
So we've dedicated this section every week to Jet.
Yes.
And so it's Jet's Joint. And every week we're going to talk about a medical or a foster or somebody. And you talked about your old guy today. And now we have Cashew.
look at how cute he is.
So
Oh my
Cashew
goodness.
is a senior. He's a senior dachshund. And you know what? He's a sweet, lovable man.
And this was the guy you talked about that you guys pulled yesterday.
No,
right?
this is another one.
Another senior dachshund. Okay.
You know, as you know,
Yes.
it happens daily.
Yes, it
No, we've
does.
had Cashew for a couple months now, and he was
Okay.
in foster. Unfortunately, now the foster can no longer care for him.
Okay.
So we're looking for that foster adopt family. He could be
Okay.
a forever foster where Paw Works takes care of all the medical, or he can actually be adopted.
Okay.
The only major issues that he has is he does have a 3 to 6 heart murmur.
Okay.
And he does have dental disease. So
But
because
he's an
of
older
that,
dude, so you
but-
don't really.
But because of that, you know, they haven't been able to neuter him, and he hasn't been able to have the dental, you know, surgery that he needs because it's not worth the risk.
Yeah, because he's a senior dude. Now, how is he with other dogs? Do we know?
He's great. He
Okay.
loves everybody.
All right, so he's good with other dogs. Now, he's a little guy. What is he, about 10, 12 pounds?
I think
something
he's
like
about
that?
12 pounds, yes.
So he's a little guy, senior guy. He's looking for he's either looking for a
Forever
lifetime
foster.
forever foster or he's looking for his forever home.
Yeah, and you can actually call us at 805-852-1744, which is our store number, and he will be there today. So if you fall in love and you like the
Look at
old
that
ones like we do,
face.
he can actually go home with you
Who loves-
today.
I mean, those seniors, oh my gosh, you just want to cuddle them up. So this little guy, he's going to be at Paw Works right after the show. You're
Right
going to
after
be
the
taking him
show.
over there. And you listed the phone number now. So he gets along with other dogs. He's
Gets
he's
along
looking
with
for
other
love.
dogs.
He needs love, right?
Gets along with kids, gets along with people in general. And there has not been any
Look at
issues.
him just leaning into you.
Yeah, he just wants love. He just wants to be held. And you just have to realize that, you know what, one day his little heart will give out on him, and it'll be time, but he's not ready yet. He still wags his tail, gets excited, loves to be held, wants to just be right next to you.
Now this is a big thing for me, just because the seniors mean so much to me. And now this little guy, it's like, okay, he's in the shelter, but he's got life left. And so let's give it to them. So
Well, we've already had him, I believe we've had him about 2 to 3 months already. So, I mean, 2 to 3 months more of life, and he's been happy, and he goes to daycare.
It's quality
and
of
he
life.
plays with
Quality
other
of life.
dogs, and he's been a happy boy.
Okay, so now we're going to post him on our Facebook page.
Yes.
So now we've got it. We've actually got it up now. So it's
Yay.
Rescue Radio. So go ahead. Let's like Rescue Radio, and you can get more information. We'll post his info on there, and if you want to contact Paw Works regarding this little guy, and I'm sorry, his name was Cashew. Cashew. Okay, so
Like the nut.
there you go. So this
Very
is
fitting for us.
right? Because we're all a little nuts. You have to be in rescue, though. That's what I always say.
That is true.
So, what
big
is
man.
little Lucky wants to come over and say
Lucky
hi?
wants to. So tell us again how you can find out about Lucky.
Okay, so to find out about Lucky, we're posting everything. We're putting it up on Animal Foundation of America's website, Facebook page, and but we're also going to add that to the Rescue Radio Facebook page also. So, and then we are getting him to the vet. We want to get him a senior panel. He's 17 years old.
Yep.
So we want to make sure that he's not in any kind of pain or anything like that. And then we're also looking for a senior foster home. But if not, he'll stay with me.
So here's a question. What's the oldest dog you've rescued to date?
I think it's probably this guy.
Really?
Oh, no. I take that back. There was a 20-year-old Shih Tzu. There was a 20-year-old Shih Tzu that I pulled. Drove me crazy. And then there was an 18-year-old cat out of Carson that I pulled one time.
Yep. We have 2 20-year-old Chihuahuas right now.
Wow.
And people think 20, they're like, oh, no, they've had a great life. You know what? These 2 little ones are so feisty.
Are they spunky?
Spunky. I mean, one of them is Princess. She's a 20-year-old, and she has a Great Dane stepsister, stepbrother, and she pushes them around.
Oh, okay.
She has no teeth. But boy, you mess with her, and she tries to bite them, and she tells them off.
Right, even with no teeth, though, isn't it funny how with
It's-
no teeth they still feel threatening?
Right.
It's like, oh my gosh, they're going to bite me, but they have no teeth. You know?
It's the funniest thing. She rules the roost. and her foster mom loves her. She sits on her shoulder. I mean, this little girl has tons of life. And so people think 17, 18, 19, 20 doesn't mean they're ready.
Now, this is something I know AFA does it, and I know Paul Works also does it with the seniors. So now if there are people out there, like, we need to make sure that they understand that there are ways to help. Like, we have them in foster care. So, so AFA and Paul Works, I know in our foster care programs, we provide everything for them.
Everything. All medical, if you need food.
Medical, food.
You know, you find after a while that, you know, the people, they take them in like their own, and that's what you want.
Right.
So you don't have to eventually do all that, but most of the time it's very simple. It's once in a while they need to go to the vet. Once in a while
but they need love, most importantly.
That's it.
So I think there's your information at Paul Works.
There's Lucky.
And AFA, right? He's got something to say about it.
Always.
But we also have, so with both of those programs, if someone would like to sponsor those programs through our nonprofits, then we'll have all that information posted on the Rescue Radio Facebook page.
Absolutely. And when we come back, we're going to have the call-in section. So you can call at 818-353-1276. You're listening to Rescue Radio on CRN Digital Talk Radio.
Thank you.
Homeowners, now is the season to be thinking about your roof, because all it takes is one storm to turn a small roof problem into a major leak. If it's time for a new roof, call Sears at 888-465-9720. You can save $500 if you call right now. Sears licensed, fully insured contractors can get your roofing job done right. Just call 888-465-9720. Sears has a variety of shingles and styles that are built for long-lasting performance, and you'll save $500 if you call now. So call Sears for a free and home consultation at 888-465-9720. Hurry, offer ends soon. Not available in all areas. Installation provided by Sears authorized licensed contractors. License information available upon request. That's Sears Roofing. Call right now and save $500. Call 888-465-9720. 888-465-9720. Call Sears now and get that roof repaired. Call 888-465-9720.
Glaucoma untreated can lead to blindness. Glaucoma specialist, Dr. Brian Flowers.
The pressure inside the eye is elevated and leads to damage of the main nerve that connects the eye to the brain. The scary thing about glaucoma is that there are no symptoms, so you can't feel the pressure. You're unaware that your nerve is dying. By the time you figure out that something's wrong, most people have lost significant amounts of vision.
Vision that can't be restored. A regular eye exam by an ophthalmologist can detect it, followed by treatment.
There are three main ways that we can lower pressure. Various eye drops, laser treatments we do in the office, and there's even surgeries that can be done.
3 million people in the U.S. have glaucoma. Seniors, African Americans, Hispanics, and Asians have a higher risk. So do people with a family history of the disease. To learn more, go to AmericanGlaucomaSociety.net. That's AmericanGlaucomaSociety.net. I'm Aileen Ellis for Primetime Focus, brought to you by AARP.
Welcome back. You're listening to Rescue Radio on CRN Digital Talk Radio. So, you know what? The world of rescue. I'm here by myself right now because Mr. Lucky had to use the restroom. So, right now we have the call section. Again, if you want to call us, it's 818-353-1276. My co-host, Christina Hackett, will be back in just a moment. But it looks like we have Olivia on line 1 from Camarillo. Olivia, are you there?
Yeah, hi, Chad.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing very well. So, Olivia, how do I know you?
You are my mother's business partner in Paul Works.
That is Christina Morgan, my business partner, who hopefully next week will make it out here to the show.
Yeah, fingers crossed. I know she's listening in right now.
Awesome. So what are your thoughts about everything we're talking about today?
You know, Chad, I think it's really, really, really amazing what you guys are doing, and I think that this medium of communication is really unique for shelters, and I think it's really good to talk about these issues on the radio and talk about the medical problems and talk about issues like senior dogs, because I know through you and my mom, I see it every day, and I see these problems that you guys face every day and the suffering that these dogs go through.
You live with it every day, and God bless you.
So to sort of have that message be articulated so well through you and Christina, and to hear it over the radio is just amazing. And I think it's really important for everyone listening in to know that, this struggle is very real, and it's, something very near and dear to our hearts.
Well, I know when you go back to college, you're going to be telling all your friends about this show, aren't you?
Of course, of course.
So you're going to... Christina Hackett is back.
Totally out of breath.
Olivia, I don't know if you've met Christina Hackett. Here she is now.
I think I met her at the fundraiser.
You are correct.
I think. Yeah. At your fabulous... Sorry, I'm so out of breath. We have tons of stairs here at the studio, and Lucky decided he had to go to the restroom in the middle of our
Of
taping.
course he did.
So... we have tons of stairs, and he's blind. So I was able to get him up the stairs, and so he was able to take care of his business. But then coming down the stairs, it was like, it's going to take too much time. So I picked him up, and he's a good, 90 pounds.
Easily.
So I'm like, okay, so pick him up, going down, at least I was going down the stairs.
And this is Crazy Rescue Radio. Welcome.
Yeah, so I'm like, okay, I'm all winded, but Lucky, he was able to take care of his stuff, so we know he's potty trained.
There you go.
So,
and he was whining for us.
Yeah.
Look at that, 17-year-old, thought he was done with his life. His people just dropped him off as a stray. And he's potty trained.
Yes, he's
and
fantastic.
he knew exactly what to do.
Exactly.
But he has no quality of life, right?
So, he's heavy. Chad, next time you get to take him out to go to the bathroom. I need you to do it next time.
So, Olivia, let me ask you. So you're of the younger generation. You're in college now. How do you think we reach the younger generation out there?
I think that one thing that Powerworks has done that's really amazing is social media. Social media presence. I know, people really sort of, preach social media, but honestly, that's the way to go. Just always be present on social media. Always, talk about what you're doing. Always communicate with your followers, and the radio is also a fantastic way to just communicate your message. And I know almost all of my friends like the Powerworks page. I'm getting my friends to like the Rescue Radio page.
Now you got to go to Rescue Radio and Animal Foundation of America.
Yes, of course.
So, because Powerworks does so many amazing things, and then you've got the combination between Powerworks and AFA, and that's the group that we have here. And Rescue Radio, really, what we want to do here is we want to put out to people what rescue's about. And so obviously you're getting a firsthand experience there at the house.
You are.
With with what rescue's about. I'm sure there's plenty of stories that you can tell, just the crazy late night hours, or we get calls 2 a.m, or then you've got a dog that's barking, or you've got one that's spinning, or there's all kinds of things that are always going on. But that's what we do in rescue.
It's nonstop. It's 24 hours a day. Olivia, what's the latest you've been up with us before?
Oh, goodness. Well, gosh, I don't even know. Well, I know that I see Christina up till 2 o'clock in the morning, 1 o'clock in the morning.
That is true.
And the sleepless nights, I don't know. It's early mornings, late nights, and a lot of, just making sure, to the point where I've seen Christina get down and literally snuggle in the cage with some of these animals.
You are correct.
That's right. And we do, that is something that we do. I have a 14-year-old Chihuahua that got pulled in, and she's in pretty bad shape actually, but I ended up just sleeping on a dog bed next to her because that's the only way I could get her to stop crying. It was okay, you're safe.
But we do what we have to do to let these animals know that they're safe and they're protected and that we'll take care of them.
So, Olivia, what kind of stories do you have? Do you have something that, just something out of the box that you've seen crazy Christina do?
Oh my goodness. I think that story so recently we had, I forget how old, it was Prisky, is that what his name? It was a super weird name.
Yes, Prinsky. You are correct.
Prinsky.
And he was an older Chihuahua who got dropped at the shelter, and he actually had such bad dental problems that he didn't have a jaw. He didn't have a bottom jaw. And he was he had super bad anxiety, and Christina, I think that this is a big testament to sort of the heart that Powerworks has, and the heart that Christina has, and the heart that Chad has. Christina literally, in all of the craziness, and all of the logistics, and all of the calling the shelter, and all of the, dealing with people, Christina took the time to literally get down and cuddle with this guy in his cage.
You are correct. And you know what, Olivia? We have to go to that break.
Thank you so much for
Thank
calling.
you so much for calling. And when we come back, we'll actually talk. We'll talk to Elizabeth from Sherman Oaks. But you're listening to CRN Digital Talk Radio.
You're experiencing pain, back pain, shoulder, elbow, or hand pain, pain from a sports injury. If so, schedule a visit with Dr. Michael Sheps, the leading expert in laser therapy for pain management. Call 310-873-4422 or go to drsheps.com. Experience Epic T, the breakthrough laser therapy system that Dr. Sheps developed to make you pain-free in less time. Laser therapy is a non-invasive, safe, and effective in-office procedure that penetrates deep into your skin without damaging the tissue. It perfectly targets areas of pain to promote fast, natural healing. Relax your muscles, ease muscle spasms, joint stiffness, and arthritis pain while increasing blood circulation. For over 25 years, Dr. Sheps has helped Olympic athletes and sports enthusiasts alike get back in the game. Schedule your visit with Dr. Sheps at his Brentwood office in California. Call 310-873-4422 or visit drsheps.com. That's DRSHEPS.com. 310-873-4422.
Are you nearing eligibility for Medicare benefits? Then you know now is an important time in your life. Medicare benefits can be a complicated puzzle. You don't want to overpay for your Medicare coverage or get the wrong plan. Let Health Markets Insurance Agency help you. With one free phone call, a licensed insurance agent will help you select a Medicare plan that's right for you and your budget. If you're becoming eligible for Medicare, call today and learn how to get the most out of your benefits.
800-793-1960. 800-793-1960.
Health Markets Insurance Agency is the DBA or assumed name of InSphere Insurance Solutions, Inc., which is an authorized insurance agency in all 50 states and the District of Columbia. Not all agents are licensed to sell all products. Service and product availability varies by state.
Call 800-793-1960. 800-793-1960. 800-793-1960. 800-793-1960.
CRN travelers, relax at the beautiful Fountain Grove Inn and Conference Center in Santa Rosa, California. Come to quality and come to luxury. Experience the newly renovated guest rooms. They're generously sized and they're decorated in the Tuscan tradition. They have great, incredible pillow-top mattresses, luxurious linens, and down-filled comforters. The Fountain Grove Inn also offers complimentary Wi-Fi and internet access. There's warm cookies and coffee every evening in the hotel lobby, and you can visit the newly remodeled Equus Restaurant and Equus Lounge with its new wine bar. It's the ideal place to relax and enjoy a glass of wine and watch our What's Cooking on Wine show on CRN with host Larry Van Alst on Wednesdays. It's the Fountain Grove Inn, Hotel, and Conference Center located in the heart of Sonoma wine country. It's easily located in Santa Rosa off the 101 Fountain Grove Parkway exit. Call 707-578-6101. That's 707-578-6101 or visit fountaingroveinn.com.
Welcome back to Rescue Radio on CRN Digital Talk Radio.
And on line 2, we have Elizabeth from Sherman Oaks. Elizabeth, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. How are you?
We're wonderful. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you.
So you called in today. What are your thoughts? What are your ideas? What do you think of the show?
Well, I actually had a question. I had experience. I watched a show called Shark Tank, and there was this interesting idea that somebody had for a business where they were using something called a cat cafe, where they had rescue cats, and they would have you charge a fee to go in and play with the kittens while you eat something at a cafe.
Yes, I saw that. I saw it's a cat cafe. Yes, I do know what you're talking about.
And I thought it was an interesting idea, and I wanted to know kind of your perspective on that type of business, and would it work for animals, and what are some of the liabilities you think would be associated with that?
Well, in my opinion, I mean, the only liability liability. Well, there's several liabilities.
Cats have 5 weapons of mass destruction. I just have to say that right away. I mean, I've been doing grooming for a long time.
You have.
So with cats, I mean, we've got the mouth and we've got 5 pretty dangerous, 4, not, well, if they've got 5 legs, we got problems. But I always say they have 5 weapons of mass destruction. So that would be.
So you're looking at the liability on that issue, and then probably hygiene, cat hair, feces, urine.
Some of the entrepreneurs that were, thinking of investing in the business were concerned about the idea that people may not like having cats on their laps. And
also cats can get out.
But
cats can get out. I mean, that's really, if you've got a door opening and shutting to the public, I mean, that's.
But I think you're advertising to a very select group of people. You have to be a huge cat lover, I think, to go to a cat
some people
cafe.
Have allergies too. That's dangerous.
I'm allergic to cats and dogs, but
right?
Look what I do.
Yeah, I took my allergy pill this morning.
It's interesting because the lady that was promoting the business said that these are becoming more popular.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Elizabeth, for calling. We appreciate the call, and we could talk more about that next week. So we're going to go ahead, and I guess we just want people to for more
let's wrap
information.
it up. So what do you have going on this week, real quick?
So let's see. This week we've got Senior Crazy. So I'm going to talk about all of our seniors. What do you guys have going on this week?
This week it's just pull because June is here. 4th of July is right around the corner.
Death Day. 4th of July is the worst for any shelter.
People don't know this, but 4th of July is the worst. Most euthanizations happen that week. The shelters are overcrowded. They don't know what to do unless they're proactive and progressive. We need change. We need help. All the rescues need to be out there ready.
So if you're thinking about adopting a pet from a shelter, you should go now.
Yes.
You should go now.
And one thing Paul Works is getting ready to do in the month of June is we're actually holding 3 spay and neuter clinics, 2 at the shelter. We're going to work with them at Ventura County Animal Services to do kind of an empty the shelter. We're going to be spaying and neutering animals that are that are ready for adoption but have not been adopted. So that way they can do an empty the shelter thing. They can go out that day.
And I think the other thing is we're going to put all this stuff on our Facebook page on Rescue Radio. So go on Rescue Radio, like our page. And then for next week, if they have, if you're in the rescue community out there and there's something that you feel passionate about and you want to bring that to people's attention, feel free to call us in or you can send us an email.
Absolutely. You call 818-353-1276. But also, how do they find out about Lucky again?
Okay, so if they find out about Lucky, it's on Animal Foundation of America's Facebook page. So all of his information will be on there, and so you can like it. And then I think I'll share it on the Rescue Radio Facebook page also.
Absolutely. And Cashew will be at our store today at the Oaks Mall, Thousand Oaks. It's 350 West Hillcrest, Thousand Oaks. It's 805-352-1744. Also, paulworks.org.
And we're going to post that also on our Rescue Radio Facebook page so people have that information.
Absolutely.
And then any of the links to the stories that we talked about today, we're going to throw those up there. So we're going to have our Jets Joints medical case. We'll have our adoptable pet or forever home that he's looking for. And then we'll see everyone next week.
Until next week.
All right. Thank you so much.
You're listening to Rescue Radio on CRN Digital Talk Radio.
The radio channels. The radio channels. CRN.